topic was honesty, which means free from deceit and untruthfulness. It is about telling the truth.
Through object lessons, role-playing, and a story, we learn that it is difficult to cover a lie, and that we will be respected if we are honest all the time.
Our service project was we packaged acorn donut holes, made cards, and gave gift cards to the college students. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are good report. If there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things, think on these things.
What is the chapter?
Philippians.
What is the chapter?
4.
What is the verse?
8. Philippians 4 verse 8. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are good report. If there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things, think on these things.
What is the book?
Philippians.
What is the chapter?
4.
What is the verse?
8. Philippians 4 verse 8. In October, our topic was forgiveness.
Forgiveness means to stop feeling angry or resentful towards someone after they have hurt you in some way. Proverbs tells us that we are healthier if we protect our hearts from hate or grudges. The Bible also tells us that we need to forgive 70 times 7. Our object lesson was that we tasted the lemon, then the lemonade. The sugar, which was like forgiveness, in this case took away the bitterness. For our service project, we had fun filling and decorating Operation Christmas Child boxes.
You, O Lord, are good and forgiving, abounding in steadfast love to all who call upon you. Psalms 86, verse 5. Psalms 86, verse 5.
For you, O Lord, are good and forgiving, abounding in steadfast love to all who call upon you. Psalms 86, verse 5. The topic for November was humility, which is when we are free from pride or arrogance. A couple of us acted out the parable that Jesus told regarding the proud Pharisee and the humble tax collector. We heard a story about how some kids were being selfish, and that meant they were proud because all they cared about was themselves. We learned that we must make an effort to humble ourselves to receive grace, and how much better it is to build others up. For the service project, we brought items to make layouts for new moms that come to Empty Tomb for help.
Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and He shall lift you up. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and He shall lift you up. James 4
January, we learned about responsibility.
Being responsible when we do what we are expected to do. Responsibility is not just working hard, but is also taking good care of what we've been given, like family, pets, environment, library books, and chores. One of the Bible stories was about Joseph because he was very responsible, and God's favor was on him. As a service project, we packed 70 kids for people without a home. Most were taken to the CU at home, and each of us took one to keep in our vehicles to hand out to someone that is homeless.
You do it heartily, as to the Lord, not unto man. Colossians 23. So whatever you do, do it heartily, as to the Lord, not unto man. 23. 23.
February's topic was respect, a feeling of admiration for someone else's abilities and achievements. Also caring about other people's feelings. It is basically treating others with kindness, obedience, and love. We talked about people in the Bible that showed respect. David, Abraham, and the Good Samaritan. We made receptacles out of pipe cleaners so that we could see clearly what God expects so that we can also be respectful. And just to clarify, we made them out of pipe cleaners and their glasses. And we made a gift and a snack bag for the residents of the Roanoke nursing home.
Each other with genuine affection, we take delight in honoring each other, love each other with genuine affection, we take delight in honoring each other.
In March, we learned about courage. Courage is the ability to do something even when someone is afraid because it is dangerous or someone else might disapprove. Many responses were given when asked about Bible characters that showed courage, and it was concluded that their courage came from faith in God and Jesus. We had an object lesson that involved oil, water, and food coloring to show how worry and trust in God cannot coexist. Margie shared her testimony of moving all the way over to Japan and how she was terrified but found courage through the Word. We also enjoyed making cards for our missionaries and putting together care packages for them for our service project. Be on your guard.
Be on your guard.
Stand firm in the faith.
Stand firm in the faith.
Be courageous. Be strong. Be on your guard.
Be on your guard.
Stand firm in the faith.
Stand firm in the faith.
Be courageous. Be strong. 1 Corinthians 16:13. on your guard. Stand firm in the faith.
Stand firm in the faith.
Be courageous. Be strong. Your God.
Be on your guard.
Stand firm in the faith.
Stand firm in the faith.
Be courageous. Be strong. 1 Corinthians 16:13.
Gentleness. Gentleness is the quality of being kind, tender, or mild-mannered. Gentleness also means softness of action or effect, lightness. We had our last lesson on Zoom in April. The topic was gentleness. We were asked to show something gentle and harsh. We also talked about how our words can be like that. Biblical examples were Abraham giving Lot the first choice, showing gentleness, and how Joseph's brothers decided to throw him in a pit and then lie, showing harshness. We saw magic milk, where different colors of food coloring were dropped into milk on 2 plates, which represented people like siblings, friends, and parents. With harsh, quick actions, a Q-tip made the milk gray and brown. Harsh words make things very ugly.
In the other plate, the Q-tip was dipped in dish soap, was gently stirred in the milk and colors, became a beautiful piece of art. Gentle things make things beautiful. For our service project, we sent gift cards and paper cards to medical professionals from our church.
A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. Proverbs 15:1. Proverbs 15:1. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. Proverbs 15:1. Proverbs 15:1.
We had fun packing and decorating.
Roar! Whatever.
I think that was it.